Good evening. We begin with that face-to-face between Alderman Gardiner and two women targeted in his text messages. Our Charlie DeMar live now in our street side studio with the latest. Charlie.
Brad, good evening. And that meeting happening weeks after those text messages were leaked. And Alderman Jim Gardiner did address those messages at the city council meeting today, but some of his critics say that that apology falls short. Political consultant Joanna Klonsky and aldermanic aide Ann Emerson both were the targets of disparaging texts sent by 45th Ward Alderman Jim Gardiner in 2019. The messages were sent to a former staffer who leaked them to CBS 2.
Again, I want to apologize to those referenced in the text.
Alderman Gardiner read a scripted apology during city council. He met privately with Klonsky and Emerson today. They released a joint statement that reads in part, "We communicated to the alderman our concerns about his apparent habitual use of misogynistic and degrading language. We asked him to consider the linkages between such language and his other concerning behavior."
I want to make it clear that I have never acted on those rants. However, they should not have been expressed, and it certainly was not my intention to demean anyone.
That's a lie. We know that's a lie.
Sarah Gronkowitz-Doran is a 45th Ward resident and part of United Northwest Side. The neighborhood group organized a rally Monday night calling for Gardiner to resign.
It was a non-apology and it's insufficient.
The leaked text messages Alderman Gardiner apologized for threatened to withhold city services from a constituent who opposed him, uses expletives to describe women, and even shows the alderman asking a staffer to run a background check on a woman who had filed an order of protection against Gardiner.
Essentially ordering an investigation or a hit on a previous survivor of his.
Amanda Pyron is the executive director of the network advocating against domestic violence.
What's happening from Alderman Gardiner is misogyny and abuse directed at women that he thinks he has a right to control.
And as the calls grow louder for the alderman to give up his job, multiple investigations are now underway.
We're concerned about the words, but we're concerned about the actions. The retaliation against critics, the use and abuse of his power as an elected official.
Now, Mayor Lori Lightfoot was asked about Alderman Gardiner's apology during city council. She said it's not up to her to determine whether the apology was sincere or not, but she did make a point that Gardiner reading a prepared statement and not taking any questions from the media, probably not the best way to handle this. We're live in the street side studio. Charlie DeMar, CBS 2 News. Brad.
Charlie, thank you. We've been following the scandal involving Gardiner for weeks now. To see how we got to this point, check out our investigative stories on our new app, wherever you get your apps.